Hello all, Jamie Rodgers here today from Creative Expressions, bringing you a little bit more inspiration with my Teabag folding collection. Now first of all, we're going to take the Octagon set of Teabag folding stamps and we're going to stamp out the largest design from the original set. We have since also done a Christmas set of Octagon stamps, which again will coordinate perfectly with the Octagon Teabag folding die set. So if you do get the dies, you might want to look at both sets of stamps. Now I've stamped this one down just using some black archival ink, and I'm just going to show you here that although this is the Octagon set, the actual pointy petals die, the largest one, does fit quite nicely within this design. You're going to notice they're a similar style, and I like the idea that you could get both versions out of this, but it is actually designed to go, of course, with the Octagon set. And if we bring in the large Octagon die, you've got a small and a large in the set, you will notice that the Octagon die fits perfectly over the stamped image, and that black line around the edge there is the perfect guide for you to be able to marry up where your die needs to be so that your design is perfectly centralised. Now with Teabag folding dies, as they cut, they will also score. So all of them fold lines are done there for you. All we've got to do now is go ahead and fold them. Now I'm going to run through this quickly as you've seen me do it, but there is a full video on the Creative Expressions YouTube channel showing you how to do Teabag folding. There is also instructions inside the packet, again by me, showing you how to do that as well. So when we get onto the folding bit, if it's all a bit too quick, don't worry, there is backup for them score lines. Now, if you want to, with all of these designs, if you want to colour them, if you want to add glitter to them, if you want to bring in your gilding flakes, of course you can do so. So I'm not going to do much of this, but I'm just using a quickie glue pen to go in and highlight a few of the details. Now, obviously, when we do get onto the folding, you're going to see that I've glittered the whole of the panel. And we're not going to see all of the panel once it's folded. So the more you do with these, the more you're going to learn how to use your shortcuts and which bits to colour and which bits not to. You might enjoy doing them. I love doing a little bit of colouring, especially when it comes to glitters and bits, and I'm usually quite happy to do all of them, especially because you do see bits sort of tucked underneath and inside out as such. But it's up to you. Shortcuts are there if you'd like to take advantage of them. Talking of the paper, by the way, I used copier paper for my printing and my die cutting. Copier paper is a 90 GSM. When we do Teabag folding, it's recommended for all types of origami that we use between a 60 and 120 GSM. So I'm just using a bone folder to go across my creases here. I've literally done like a cross running through the panel, going north to south and east to west. From here, I'm going to take the south to the west and the north to the east, and I'm going to squidge them in so them panels go inside the actual rosette piece. And then on the top here, we can see we've got these two pieces that fold up. I'm going to bring these up into the air and then I'm going to fold them back in on themselves. This is a really basic Teabag fold. I think there's 6 different ones, if I remember rightly, on the inside of the packaging, but there's thousands of folds out there. So once you've got these, not only can you do the ones in the packaging, which again, there is a video on YouTube showing you how to do that on the Creative Expressions channel, but you can also research other Teabag folds as well. And it's a whole world of creations, to be honest. Once you've got these little panels, they also make perfect butterflies, photo corners, Christmas trees. There's so many bits we can do with them. I've bought in a piece of card here that I've put a self-adhesive sheet piece onto. So it's just a little square that's sticky, basically. You could use wet glue if you prefer, or double-sided tape, but this is just something to anchor down the first 4 panels. And I'm bringing them in and I'm just putting them together, as you can see, to make up that base rosette. Now you can stop at 4 panels if you would like to, but the idea is we can actually use 8 and we can bring in another 4 and they will fit in the gaps where the joins are between the folded up pieces on the original 4. So if you do want to go more full on, it's a really easy way to do it. If you prefer a little bit more plain and simple, or you want more of the design underneath to show through, then this is again an option for you to leave it in that sense. These are also really good if you stick the 2 back to back and put a ribbon in between them. They can make really cool decorations, maybe Christmas tree decorations, party decorations, wedding decorations. The list is endless, to be honest. I'm just using wet glue, as you can see, to just poke these bits in. It's actually dry as clear cosmic shimmer glue, which is great because of obviously if there's any sort of showing anywhere, it will dry clear and no one's going to be any of the wiser, which is always good. Also gives us a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that we've got them panels slipped in and in place where we want them to be. We can then either choose to fold them relatively flat with this fold for postage, or you can actually fluff them pieces up in the air a little bit and have more of a 3D effect to your card. The choice is yours. Now moving on to my actual card here, this is an 8x8 out of a packet card, so it's actually 7 3/4 by 7 3/4, and the envelope is 8x8, but it's approximately an 8x8 card. You can see I've gone on and I've added a couple of layers already with some gold mirror card, some black card and some white card, and I've now used Sue's stitched octagons to cut out a black octagon, and I've scored it every 1/2 inch on a scoreboard just to give that panel a little bit of interest. I don't want it to be too bold, but I want it to have a little bit of something going on. I've then once again gone to the stitched octagons from Sue Wilson, the Noble collection here, and I've cut myself a frame. In her Noble collection, she also has a squared set of octagons, and I've used one of those to just cut that lovely sort of perforation running around the inside of the frame. So if you do get both sets of them dies, you've got that ability to layer them in together, really create some stunning frames. Going back to just the stitched octagons, I've taken another 2 sizes, so same outside edge as the frame we've been working with, but a middle point between the insert and the outside edge of this gold frame, and I've cut them with gold mirror card, and I've just foam taped that on top again, so you've got that sort of step down effect going into the frame. In the middle of this, I'm also going to bring in another piece of gold, which again I've cut with the stitched octagons, and I'm going to place that down in the middle. That's going to give me the perfect place to pop my rosette. On the reverse of the panel that we put the panels onto as such, on that sticky sheet, that's just card, so I've added a bit of glue to that, and I can place that rosette now down in the centre. I'm just going to add on a little stamped sentiment that says mum to go across the bottom there, but there are lots of ways you could dress this up and finish this, and in the middle there I think we're really looking for a big gem, aren't we? So here is one I've done earlier with a big gem placed in the centre there and a couple of gems in the corners. Here's just a few more ideas of what you could be creating with my Teabag folding collection. There are several dies of all different shapes and sizes and many matching stamps for you to collect and get hold of, and it's all going to work together beautifully. All of the products I've shared with you today are available from all good Creative Expressions stockists worldwide. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye!